I think it did it. Let me see. I think it recorded everything on here. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing a weigh-in. Now, a lot of you that follow me on Instagram might see my day-to-day progress, but on here, you know, it's a little bit more spread apart. So I kind of want to be as consistent with my weigh-ins and just kind of keeping you up to date with like my little weight loss at the moment. For those of you that don't know, I've lost over 100 pounds. I've been maintaining my weight for over 15 years. But it happens to all of us. We gain some weight, we lose some, we fall off the wagon. And even someone like me that knows exactly what to do, it happens to me as well. So I've gone back to basics. I've been following my weight loss guide. So if you've been trying to lose weight, you're kind of lost, don't know exactly what to do, I put everything step by step, and I'll have that linked in the description below for you. That's what I've been doing. It's what I've been following. And I don't know exactly how much weight I've lost. I'm gonna see right now when we hop on the scale. We will see the difference, but last time I hopped on the scale was 186, I believe. So I don't think I'm gonna be too far, you know, I'm not trying to lose weight super quick. I'm more just trying to be like slow and steady, keep it off. I don't like losing 10 pounds and then gaining, you know, 10 pounds in 1 week. Like, I hate that. I've done it before. Yo-yo dieting is the worst. Now what I've done is just really focus on my nutrition, really focus on my food. I'll be honest, I haven't even been working out much, which I could see it in my, you know, I feel like, oh my God, Myra, you have to get into the gym because, you know, when you lose weight, things just don't look the same after, you know, like, I feel like when I lose weight, boobs get smaller, booty gets smaller, everything gets smaller, but those two are definitely take a hit. So anyway, we're gonna go hop on the scale, but I did want to go through just kind of like what I'm eating, what I'm doing, in case you are on the same page where you are trying to lose some weight, or maybe you just started your weight loss journey, or you have fallen off the wagon and you're like, Myra, I can't get it together. Like, what do I do? Maybe it could be just, you know, this all could be really helpful to you. So before we get into what I've been doing and eating and all that, let's go hop on the scale and see where I'm at. I'm kind of nervous. I feel like I've been doing really good. I just don't know how good. So the scale, the thing about a scale that makes it scary is that scales do not lie. So come on, let's go. Okay, so I'm gonna be using my body pod. I do have the scale over here, but I'm using the body pod because this actually gives me like a full body analysis, like of my composition. The app, it's a free app and it's connected to the scale. And so when I hop on it, it's gonna basically give me like the breakdown of like the water in my body, the muscle in my body, the fat in my body. And I feel like it's really important because sometimes we just look at the number and you're like, you just feel like OMG, versus actually seeing what it is. Okay, so I am at 180.9, 180.9. So I'm gonna see right now what the difference is from my last weigh-in. I haven't gained weight, thankfully, because that would not be what we want. Not when I've literally been on my food and really just tried watching everything that I'm eating. Okay, so just right off the back, I've obviously lost a few pounds, and I want to sit down and go over everything because there are measurements for everything. And what I love about the body pod is that I can get these measurements literally here in my restroom versus going out and getting like a full body analysis. Like, those machines cost over $20,000, which is crazy to me. But you know, the breakdown I feel like is so important because as women, I feel like a lot of times we're just so hyper focused on the number. Like, I need to weigh 130 pounds, I need to weigh 150 pounds. But in reality, there's so much more that goes into it, including obviously muscle mass. Like, we always want more muscle because you having more muscle in your body is going to help you just burn calories faster. You're gonna be able to eat more without having to work out so much. I feel like there's so much that goes into it. And a lot of times when you step on a standard scale, you're just seeing the number and nothing else. So I wanna sit down and talk to you about what I've been doing in case you're on a weight loss journey and really wanna know what I've been doing as well. But in terms of the body pod, if you wanna get like a full body analysis of your composition, they are having a 20% sale on their site but they gave me a code that I could share with you. It's low carb love. And if you have insurance, like if you have the HSA or FSA, it could actually cover it. So anyway, I'm gonna leave it linked in the description below so you can check it out. But let's go sit down and I'm gonna tell you exactly what I've been doing to get these few pounds off. Okay, so my results are really, really interesting. I am down to 177.3. I definitely fluctuate in the like 175 to 180. I feel like my body just feels the very best around this weight. Now, one thing that I've learned as I've gotten older has been that our body doesn't always agree with what we think our weight should be. So growing up, I'm almost 6 feet tall, for those of you that don't know. And growing up, I always saw models like Victoria's Secret models, and I always kind of compared myself to them because I'm equally as tall, but they have a very teeny tiny frame versus me. I have broad shoulders. I'm just like a bigger girl. Like, look at my hands. My hands, I have like really, really big hands, big feet. Overall, I'm just like a bigger girl. And I'm not gonna use the word like, oh, I'm big bone, but the truth is that I'm just like a bigger girl. I'm not a petite, tall, lanky girl. We have this, I've talked about it before very briefly, but we have a kind of like a baseline that our body feels really comfortable at, where it's kind of like your happy place. It's where you can literally live and thrive and enjoy life, and you're gonna look your best. Your body's gonna be in a healthy place, because remember, weight loss and working out and doing all this stuff can also be a stressor for your body. So when you are really pushing your body to get thin, it's also stressing. It's also stressful on your body overall. So like, there is definitely a weight, and I know some of you know what I'm talking about, where you're like, I feel good, I look good, this is a weight that I feel good at. Even though this app, doctors, the charts will say that I should weigh about 149 pounds. Guys, I'm 100 right now, I'm 177. Okay, so I'm close to 180 pounds. And I don't think I need to lose much more weight. I think I just want to focus on building more muscle. I want to focus on just becoming like really, really like the healthiest version of myself. And I think that you also need to just gauge that. Like, where do you feel good about yourself, and be realistic about it? It's not that you should or shouldn't weigh a certain weight. I think you just want to be in a place where you feel really healthy, where you're also not starving yourself, where your life does not revolve around dieting, where you're not killing yourself at the gym, where you get what I'm saying? Like, where you're just in a good place overall. Because at the end of the day, you're basically fighting against your body to try and get it to be a weight that your body just does not feel comfortable with. And I'm speaking from personal experience, because I always tried being a smaller, skinnier version of myself. And now I'm just like, I feel amazing. So in the last month, what I've done to roughly lose between 7 to 8 pounds has been going back to basics. And that's exactly what I talk about in my meal plan. It's just going back to basics, whether you're trying to lose weight, whether you've fallen off track, whether, you just don't feel like you have a good grasp on like your diet. So I don't like to put titles on diets, because I feel like it's just kind of messes with people's heads. But I've definitely gone extremely low carb. So for breakfast, I've been having my eggs, bacon, sausage, ham, steak and eggs. I've been having avocado, queso fresco, tomatoes, like veggies, very low carb veggies. For lunch, I've been trying to do things like sashimi. I've been doing chicken. I've been doing steak, burgers that are protein style. I still do the cheese. I love cheese, so I still do cheese. I just don't do too much. For dinners, I love salmon and asparagus, steak and mushrooms. Just very, very low carb. And guys, it has worked like a charm. I was just on my cycle a week ago. Day 2, which is usually obviously for all of us, it's usually our heaviest day. I looked at myself in the mirror and I'm like, I have no bloat. No bloat. Like, you could literally see my hip. It was crazy. And it's the first time that that's happened probably in many, many years. So I went to the doctor last week, and I've actually gained about 3 pounds. But our bodies fluctuate, guys. You can't hyper focus on the number on the scale. I mean, it's a great guide, right? I will say, like, even me hopping on, it's a great guide for me to do. I don't do it every day. I only do it with you guys. So if you see me hopping on the scale, I am doing it with you. I do not do it outside of doing like a weigh-in video, because I feel like it's also not healthy to be getting on. For me personally, some people do extremely well with just kind of gauging their weight on a daily basis. For me, I feel like every 2 weeks is good. Every 2 to 3 weeks. This time it was a month. And I'm just happy to see those results. I feel like it's working. What I'm doing is actually working. I'm seeing the results. And at the end of the day, the scale doesn't lie. So if you're trying to lose weight, you have to know what you're doing in terms of your nutrition. Your food is so important. I am definitely one to say, go work out. It helps with depression. It helps with anxiety. It helps you feel better about yourself. It helps you tone your booty. It helps you do so many different things. But when it comes to weight loss and seeing that number move on the scale, you have to focus on the foods you're eating. That is the bottom line. So that's why having something to follow is so important. For me personally, I had to put together my meal plan, and I follow that meal plan. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to like fall off the wagon. So anyway, I'm gonna leave that linked in the description below. I'll also leave the body pod linked so that any of you that are interested in just really doing a deep dive into your weight and into like your body composition, you can also take advantage of that. But guys, I hope these videos are helpful. They definitely help keep me accountable, because I know that I'm gonna be doing a weigh-in. And sometimes when you do that, like when you actually let people know, like, all right, today I'm starting my weight loss journey, like I'm gonna do it, I think it helps because you know that you've already put it out into the universe. Like people know you're doing it. And so some people do better just keeping it silent and kind of like letting the results speak for themselves, which is amazing as well. But for me, I definitely love the accountability. So thank you for being here, and also just like listening to me and joining me on my weigh-in, because it's really helpful for me as well. And I look forward to it because I'm like, okay, where am I? Like I thought I was doing good, and clearly the results speak for themselves. So anyway, I hope they're helpful for you as well. Leave me some comments. Let me know what you think. Do you like these videos? Do you want to see more? Anyway, if you guys have friends and family, share this video, share my channel. If you have family members that are diabetic, a lot of my recipes on here are diabetic friendly. So share that with them, because it could be really, really helpful for them. But thank you for being here. I love you, and I'll see you on my next video. Mwah.